YouTube. I understand I haven't made a video in a while, but it's Sports Brain and I'm back with more NFL content. Week 1 wrap up. You know what I'm coming here with. And I'm very excited to give this to you guys. Excited to upload another video to YouTube. These are going to be coming every week, just like the last NFL season. Last season I ran into some storage problems, but those are no more. I should be good this week, so here we go. Top performers at quarterback. Drew Brees, he was amazing. 439 yards, 37 completions, 45 attempts, along of 35 yards, 3 touchdowns. He was amazing. Phillip Rivers, 424 yards, 34 completions on 51 attempts, along of 30 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. So not as great as Brees, but still excellent. Then the guy that no one expected, the super sleeper Ryan Fitzpatrick, 417 yards, 21 completions on 28 attempts with a 58-yard long, that's so long, and 4 touchdowns, 0 INTs. Best game of Fitzpatrick's career. Everybody was really excited to see it. Then Ben Roethlisberger of the Pittsburgh Steelers, who tied with the Cleveland Browns. 335 yards, 23 completions on 41 attempts, long of 67 with 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions. So not that great with TD-INT ratio from Big Ben, but he had those long completions, and ultimately those 3 interceptions are the reason that they tied the Browns and didn't win. They surely could have won, but I'm happy to see that the Browns are finally good again. Case Keenum, 329 yards, 25 completions, 39 attempts, with a 43-yard long, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Again, not so great INT to TD ratio, but still a relatively decent performance from Keenum. Then Andrew Luck, 319 yards, 39 completions on 53 attempts, with a long of only 26, surprisingly, with 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. And then with running backs, we have James Conner with 135 yards on 31 attempts with an average of 4.4 yards with 2 touchdowns. I picked him up on fantasy, knowing that he would have a beast mode game and hopefully a beast mode series of games, and it's gone relatively well so far. Then Gurley with 108 yards on 20 attempts with an average of 5.4, 0 touchdowns. So that was kind of disappointing from a fantasy aspect, but a long of 23 yards, which was nice. Then Saquon Barkley, who I was playing against this week, who was not doing too well until he broke off his 68-yard touchdown run. But in total, he had 106 yards on 18 attempts. And then Isaiah Crowell with 102 yards on 10 attempts with an average of 10.2 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a long of 62. Then the major receiving performances were Michael Thomas with 180 yards on 16 receptions with 1 touchdown and a long of 35 yards. Then Tyreek Hill, who had 2 receiving touchdowns and a punt return touchdown with 167 receiving yards on 7 receptions. Again, like I said, 2 receiving touchdowns and a long of 58 yards. Julio Jones with 169 yards on 10 receptions, 0 touchdowns. So maybe a concern for fantasy owners that Julio Jones might be coming to his low touchdown form yet again for a second season in a row, a long of 36 yards, but he still did pretty well. Then Mike Evans with 147 yards on 7 receptions with 1 touchdown with a long of 50. Deshaun Jackson with 146 yards on 5 receptions with 2 touchdowns. D-Jax went insane this game. Emmanuel Sanders, 135 yards with 10 receptions, a touchdown, and a long of 43. Randall Cobb obviously had a 75-yard touchdown catch in that amazing comeback by Aaron Rodgers. Juju Smith-Schuster went off, 119 yards, long of 67 on 5 receptions. And then, of course, we have down low, we have Alvin Kamara, who had an amazing receiving day on 112 receiving yards, 9 receptions, a receiving touchdown with a long of 35. OBJ kind of got shut down by Jalen Ramsey, but he still did all right. 111 yards on 11 catches with a long of 24. Not amazing, but he still did okay. And then, of course, the defense of the week was not only the Baltimore Ravens, who won against the Bills 47-3, which we'll get into in a second, but also my Chicago Bears defense. You guys know I'm a Redskins fan, but this year in fantasy, I reached for the Chicago defense, knowing that it would achieve me greatness. I just put my faith and I said, Khalil Mack and Adrian Amos and Danny Trevathan and Akeem Hicks, you're going to get it done for me, and they got it done for me. They scored, I think, 13 points, Khalil Mack, with just in the first half, a forced fumble, fumble recovery, touchdown, interception, and sack. It was amazing. But anyways, aside from that, now into final scores. We had, first I'll go over the Monday Night Football stuff, because that just happened yesterday. LA 33, Oakland 13. The Jets beat the Detroit Lions 48-17. Philly beat Atlanta 18-12. Baltimore, like I said earlier, beat Buffalo. For those of you guys who don't know, most of the people that live around me are fans of the Buffalo Bills. And watching their reaction to getting beat 47-3 was terrible. Then, of course, Pittsburgh tied Cleveland 21-21. Cincy beat Indianapolis 34-23. Tennessee beat Miami 27-20. Minneapolis beat San Francisco with the game-clinching interception from Harrison Smith 24-16. New England beat Houston in Deshaun Watson's return 27-20. Tampa Bay beat New Orleans in probably what's going to end up being the shootout of the year, 48-40. Jacksonville beat the New York Giants 20-15. KC beat the LA Chargers 38-28. Washington, my Washington Redskins, beat the Arizona Cardinals 24-6. And David Johnson, who I have in fantasy, still put up good numbers for me, 17.7 points. Dallas lost, thank goodness, to Carolina 8-16. So that was a nice day for Cam with the rushing touchdown. Denver beat Seattle 27-24, again proving that Russell Wilson can't one-man show it to a championship. And then Green Bay beat Chicago in the comeback of the year by Aaron Rodgers. 20-point comeback. He said it was 7x3. Hopefully I'm not going to get copyrighted by the NFL for that. But that's the video they uploaded. You should go check it out. His interview where he says, what I was thinking was 7x3. We have to score 3 touchdowns. And that was an amazing comeback. I was fortunate enough to be able to watch that game. I watched my Bears defense tear up DeShone Kizer. It was amazing, but then I also got to watch an immaculate comeback by Aaron Rodgers. So overall, I'm very happy with this NFL week. I hope you guys were very happy with it. I hope your team won, unless your team was the Arizona Cardinals, in which case, sorry guys. Also, I hope that you guys are enjoying this content. I'm going to try to come with this every week. You guys know me. Maybe I'm going to do some fantasy breakdowns, some mid-season pickups, some week 1, what if the awards ceremony were right now, like prediction videos. And I'm just excited to see how it goes. So I'll catch you guys next time. Like, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.